I'm Cassidy,
And I'm Cassidy.
and this is our project on plant structure.
The shoot system is usually above ground and elevates the plant above the soil. It carries out functions like photosynthesis, reproduction and dispersal, and food and water conduction. It includes a shoot tip, an epidermis, which is the outermost cellular layer which covers the whole plant structure. It includes a flower, which is in the seed-bearing part of the plant, which includes the reproductive organs. It includes a lateral bud, which is also known as the axial lath bud, that grows from the axil of a leaf and may develop into a branch or flower cluster. It includes a leaf, which is a main organ of photosynthesis and transpiration. It includes a node, which is a point at which pathways intersect or branch. It includes vascular tissues, which hold the phloem and xylem. It includes seeds and fruit, which are the plant's unit of reproduction. It includes the ground tissue, which includes the tissues that are not dermal or vascular.
The root system is usually underground. It anchors the plant in the soil. It absorbs water and nutrients. It conducts water and nutrients and stores food. It includes a primary root, which is the first root of a plant that originates in the embryo. Root hairs, which are outgrowths from the outer layer of cells in the root that absorb moisture and nutrients from the soil. A root tip, which consists of a meristem, which produces the new cells for root growth. It also consists of the root cap, which is a section of tissue at the tip of the plant, also called calyptra. Root tips contain statocytes.
There are two types of plants, and one of them is called the angiosperm.
Angiosperms are seed-producing flowering plants whose seeds are enclosed within an ovary. They have a seasonal life cycle and die during the fall. They have triploid tissue. Their reproductive system is present in flowers. Their leaves are flat. They are non-perennial. Their reproduction system mostly relies on animals. We use angiosperms for medication, food, and clothes.
Monocots and dicots are the two plant groups in angiosperms. Monocots have one cotyledon, their floral parts are in threes, they have parallel leaf veins, and their pollen grain has one pore or furrow. Their vascular bundles are throughout the stem's ground tissue.
Dicots have two cotyledon, floral parts in fours or fives, net-like leaf veins. Pollen grains have three pores or furrows. Stems' vascular bundles are arranged in a ring.
Angiosperms have flowers. Flowers consist of a pistil, which is the female organ of a flower, comprising the stigma, style, and ovary. A stamen, which is the male fertilizing organ of a flower, consisting of a pollen-containing anther and filament. Petals, which are segments of the corolla of a flower, which are colorful, and a stigma, which is the part of a pistil that receives the pollen during pollination. A style, which is a long, slender stalk that connects the stigma and the ovary. An ovary, which is located at the bottom of the style and houses the plant's ovules, which contains the egg cells and supporting cells necessary for reproduction. A pedicel, which is the small stalk bearing an individual flower in inflorescence. A receptacle, which is an enlarged area at the apex of a stem that bears the organs of a flower or the florets of a flower head. An anther, which is the part of a stamen that contains the pollen. A filament, which is the slender part of a stamen that supports the anther. And a sepal, which is the part of the calyx of a flower enclosing the petals.
Seed-producing non-flowering plants whose seeds are not enclosed. They have an evergreen life cycle. They have haploid tissues. Their reproductive system is present in cones. Their leaves are pointy and needle-like. They have no cotyledons. They are perennial. Their reproductive systems mostly rely on wind, and we use them for things like paper and wood.